Joining me now in a First on CNBC interview is Steve Steinauer. He is the chairman, president, and CEO of Huntington Bancshares. It's great to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you, Kelly. Nice to meet you. Great to be with you.
You have been in charge for over a decade, and it sounds like this isn't the last of your sort of deal-making ambitions. Is that about right?
Well, our focus now is on driving the core performance. We've just completed the systems conversions, and we have a great group of new colleagues who've joined us from TCF. We're in new markets. We have new capabilities, so it's driving the core. And
you're, again, I think, 9 or so states all across the Midwest. So you maybe can give us a real good perspective of what's happening in terms of inflation, labor shortages. How would you describe the economy as we look to turn from what was pretty lousy quarter last quarter?
Well, we're clearly in a restrained recovery because of labor and supply chain constraints. We're seeing inflation now very significantly on the labor front, particularly the low-end wage scales. Most of our customers, almost all of them, comment about labor shortages and inability to hire. Our job openings in like the state of Ohio, and this is generally true of the Midwest, exceed the unemployment levels. So we're in a catch-22 here. We've got momentum for recovery. We've got great underlying fundamentals, and yet we're constrained on supply chain and especially labor.
And would you say that in a way you have more cash than you can loan out?
I think the system does. We certainly do. We'd love to lend another $8-10 billion of loans. The demand is, so far the money supply growth has outstripped demand. And part of that's, I believe, a function of the supply chain constraints. You just can't get vehicles produced in adequate numbers by the OEMs. That backs up in terms of supply chain. But it's not just an auto industry issue. This is being felt in significant ways across many businesses.
Absolutely. So I also wonder, I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but more and more you are going to have to compete with online startups who offer niche services and are tailored to different sectors of the economy and that sort of thing. How do you see Huntington continuing to evolve to meet the changing demands?
Well, we have a very large customer base. We just added 1.5 million customers from TCF. We've got a great brand. We've been around for nearly 160 years. We've got deep multi-generational relationships as a consequence of that. And we're geographically dense in our markets, so we have scale in the markets we're in. So with the existing customers and then with the investments we're making to compete directly with fintechs, we're poised to grow and to effectively compete, although I think they're going to make us better and the industry better.
Yeah, no, that's well said. And, if any of our viewers need a loan, they know where to go now. Steve, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Great to be with you.
Steve Steinauer is the CEO, chairman, and president of Huntington Bancshares.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.